to come in and check us out and sign up and to be a part of our community. We really love to have you. My name is Ha Tran. As I mentioned before, I'm a motivational speaker, a public speaker. I'm a public speaker, a motivational speaker, a published author, and a navigational coach. Now, I scope to connect with you, and I scope to make the difference. And more importantly, I scope to inspire you and to sustain hope. And every week hey, Aslan. Oh, Aslan, thank you so very much for joining. And every week that Donna and I, hey, Donna, I just mentioned about you, my brilliant, amazing Donna Black. Thank you very much for joining, my friends. I'm glad that you are here. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we are the co-founder of the Peak Performing HQ, and I hope that you will stay tuned because Donna have a lot of things that she will unveil to all the community. And oh, I miss you too, Aslan, about the thing that what's coming up with the kickoff in 2017. So I hope that you will join us. And so today is the topic of my scope is to be or not to be. That is the questions. And if you're watching the Hamlet, and that is the phrase that is in the Hamlet, to be or not to be. That is the questions. And sometimes that we are as a person, and we're dealing with everyday life, and we're facing with the question to do or not to do. And then another thing that to change or to die. So is it scary or what? What every decision that you need to make, the decision, any question, any situation you're facing, you need to make the decision toward that. Now, see, in order to make the decisions, if you don't make the decisions by default, that you make the decisions itself. But I cannot talk today. See, when you're making the decisions, I want you to think about that. Do not do, again, as I mentioned, that you need to have a courage to making the decisions. But that courage do not require you to have 24/7, 365 days. But sometimes you just need only 20 seconds to make decisions. Because see, sometimes that enter to your mind and you say yes to it or you say no to it. Now, when you say yes to it, I hope that you think it logically that why you say yes, and when you say no also. Now, for me, that when I'm facing any situation that I have to asking myself a question to do or not to do, to change or to die, I will asking myself a question: if they don't change, what's going to happen? If I do change, what is going to happen? Or if I do something, so what is going to happen? And if I don't do something, what's going to happen? For any decision that before you want to make, you have to asking yourself, what is the bottom line? What is scenario? What if if somebody present to me something, and I have weighed it very carefully before I say yes or no. But if I usually say yes, because sometimes that you never know that when you say yes to opportunity, and it just continue to unfold, one door at a time. But when you say no because you have some good reason to, do not say no because you're afraid, and do not say no because of your fear. Now, when you're making the decisions, you have to asking yourself, you need to really look deep inside of yourself. Hey, Liz, thank you very much for joining. I'm so glad to see you. I've not seen you for a long time. So you're asking yourself, okay, what if the worst scenario, if I say yes to it, and if I can live with it, and if I can't handle it, I go for it. Because it's something, the situation that presented to you, because that is for some reason it show up in your life, and that is for you to make in the decision. And you cannot say yes to everything, but please do not say no to everything. You know, very often that people said to be or not to be, or to change or to die. At some point that, you know, to change today, business, if you don't change, more likely you can die too. Because the change of the environment, because the change of the opportunity, you know, yesteryears, we do not have the internet, we don't have the scope, we don't have any way that to connect with each other, you don't have the online business. And you know, the only business that you know is the very traditional business, you know, in by foot, and you go to the store, or you go to the meeting and you make some connection and you meet with someone there. But today the technology have provided us with a lot more opportunity, and also really pose a lot of challenges to us too. So now, you know, and especially at nowadays and during the holidays, many times at the end of 2016, you're asking yourself a question: what has the year gone by? You know, what have you done? Do you really in the place that you needed to? And if you are not where you needed to, so what you need to do? You know, and you just cannot toss the head in the ring and just say, what the heck, I'm just not going to do it anymore, I give up. Because see, giving up is not an opportunity. It's not an option. Giving up is too easy, you know, because see, when you want to give up, you have to think that how much have you invested your time and your life into whatever the thing that you are doing. Because everything is you owe yourself to try and to give your all to see it through. Because see, where I come in from, especially my father daughters, I will never do anything have asked, and when I do anything, I start and I end with it. I never really do something at the middle of somewhere and I said, okay, I don't want to do it anymore because I meet some challenges, or because I meet some obstacle. Obstacle is in challenge is there. Just, you know, to just like a test. You know, I just want to see is how much you want it. You know, if you want enough, and if you really, really want to, you want hard enough, and you want badly enough, you certainly will push to the limit. You certainly will give it to your all to get what you want. Because, you know, my friend here, Trisha, you know, I watching her post and I watching her scope, and she's, you know, many times, in not too many words, you said, you know, she will say to you and the world that you might see me struggle, but you never see me quit. Because she understands that, you know, the winner never quit, and the quitter never win. And you know, the thing is, you don't know what you make of until you're facing the challenge. The challenge is to set off for you just to really took a few step back in order for you to see the whole vista. And when you see the whole picture, then you can have a different strategy how you're approaching it. Because see, it's sometimes that you are so closer to the situation, and you see that everything magnified because it's so close. But see, sometimes I saw that Trisha had Trisha, you did post something that you know at one time that you have to really step back and you see the whole view, and that is exactly it. You know, because see, when you see the people do the Olympic, when they do the pole jump, you know, they don't just standing on the line and they just jump on the pole and you're going to the other side. They will go back and they just really, you know, they will summon all the energy and, you know, the desire in them, and they really push hard, and then they will jump over the bar. And that is what we are doing too. And sometimes is, you know, we just facing it, we just say we want to jump high, but you know, the jump high is, you know, if you from too close you jump, you cannot really jump over it, but you need to really go back, and then you create the momentum, then you can jump over it. So, and you know, that's it for with the athlete people, and then with with us, our businesses, when we're facing some obstacles, make us slow down a little bit and make us reevaluate what we're doing, and to and another for us to evaluate what we're doing, and to do all the assessment, what we need to do and how we energize it, and how we start to the plan is there, but then we have to say, okay, this plan is not work, so we will keep what is working, and we will revise and we correct and we change what is not working, because we need to improve our plan in order for us to have a new approach, in order for us to get to where we need to. Because let's face it, a journey of entrepreneurs, it's easy. You will see that a lot of people are out there, and they will make they will go out there and they will compete you for it. And the reason that you see that they not too many people out there compete with you, because it is challenges, and sometimes they don't have what it takes. The people hang on because they have the passion, because they believe in themselves, they believe in their ability. And and I keep on saying Trisha, because Trisha is with me here, and Trisha is somebody that I go to know and to love very much. Yet you cannot lose hope, Trisha. And as I mentioned before, that I'm here to inspire and to sustain hope, because my journey might not be like your journey. But I go through I jump all the hoops. I go from the deep valley to the mountaintop, and then when I'm getting to the valley, I know that is that is the time that I need to reserve my energy, and I need to really reassess, reevaluate where I'm going. And then another thing to Trisha, when you are in the valley, that is the low point of your life, you will not make decisions. The reason for that is, Miriam, the reason we don't want to make the decision at the valley, because when we're at the valley, we just we don't have the outlook of a better outlook, because we are in the low point of our life. Everything is just like we don't have the uplift. We don't have the view of the better view. So when you are in the valley, take time, to nurture yourself and to really build your muscle, build your strength, build your mental toughness. Because when you keep on going, you start to strategize, and when you get that, and you start to climb up the mountain, and when at the climber, you understand that you don't have to want to have a lot of weight on your back, because it will make it harder for you, because the closer to the top, the steeper that the slope you have to climb. And then when you go up there, the view is just so magnificent, and then that's what is the promise of the tomorrow to come. Because see, what we are doing today, just like anybody else, we are grinding. We put our head down. We really strategize. We get things done. We really put in 100% of us to do whatever we needed to, because of the future that we believe that will give us what we want. Not so much about what we want, but again, almost everything. Because see, to me, the destination is very, very important. People say to me that, sometimes the journey is more important than the destination. The outcome is very important to me, because the outcome is the success is waiting for me, because I want to see who are waiting for me there, and who are the beneficiary of my success. Yes, and then if you want to stroll in the park, that's okay. But if you have the goal to reach the destination to go, yeah, you know that you go, but you enjoy along the way, but you just cannot slow down and just let things go by, because everything is momentum. Everything is momentum. A moment you slow down, everything slow down, and everything shut down. Miriam, I know that you are here, but yeah, yes, and and when I'm talking about Trisha, I talk with a lot of I admire her and a lot of love and a lot of respect, because somebody